But we're going to start this poem by Emma Lazarus. It's called The New Colossus, and you'll find this on the statue on Ellis Island. She wrote this poem in the 1880s. I'm going to take the first part, and this young man's going to take the second part. Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land. Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a mighty woman with a torch, whose flame is the imprisoned lightning, and her name is Mother of Exiles. From her beacon hand glows worldwide welcome. Her mild eyes command the air-bridged harbor that twin cities frame.
Keep ancient hands your storied pomp, cries she with silent lips. Give me your tired, your poor, your hurled masses, yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door.
Thank you.
Let us be clear about one thing today and the reason why we are here. We are a community that believes that all humans have the right to dignity, to safety, to freedom.
So I think about our current immigration policy. I think about Charlottesville a year ago and what we're teaching the young people that are passing us by on the street, that are in the crowd, that are watching the news on the internet, on television.
We are at a rare moment here in Lancaster, a policy window as the mayor calls it. At the last concert for refugees, the head of the Chamber of Commerce asserted that welcoming immigrants and refugees is not just the moral thing to do, it's the best thing to do for our economy, for our social lives, and for the future of our city.
In our church, every Sunday we stand up and we say, "Welcome to Elizabethtown Church of the Brethren," where we practice peace, service, and openness to all.
Give yourselves a big round of applause.
I'm one of the pastors at Elizabethtown Church of the Brethren.
Okay, yeah, so what brings you here? What inspired you? Were you asked to come here, or?
Yeah, I was asked to come by Church World Services, which is really an honor for me. People seem to act as if there's a sort of moral equivalency with things that are going on today, and Church World Services is willing to say everybody deserves respect as a human being. And of course, you know, if you read your scriptures, if you read your New Testament, that's exactly what Jesus would say too.
What do you see as Lancaster special role? Can you clarify a little more about the position we're thinking of taking as a
welcoming city? Yeah, so the Welcoming City is a national program that essentially engages whether a city is taking certain steps to ensure that new Americans, refugees, immigrants are welcome, safe, protected, and provided for.
Do you feel a feeling of animosity, or how do we deal with that?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think that, you know, I look at history, I think in times of trouble, you start that conversation, you move that conversation forward by standing up and saying, you know, these are our people and we're going to protect them. And of course, I'd like to think that at the national level, we can change some minds. I don't like to think of any person as lost, but needing to see the actual benefits of taking care of everybody who resides in the United States.
the city government reflects what the city already does in terms of welcoming, but make it a much more intrinsic to the work we do, economically, socially, and culturally. When it comes down to it, our population in Pennsylvania would have declined over the last 4 years if it hadn't been for immigrants and refugees. Economically, numbers range nationally, $6 billion that immigrants bring in. Here locally, the Chamber of Commerce has said that without immigrants and refugees, we're not going to have people to fill the jobs that are necessary. So it's just, even if you don't give a shred about the moral aspect of it, economically and socially, it just makes sense. There's a status called the Certified Welcoming Committee, and they lay out a set of criteria that are very stringent, very difficult to reach regarding how you can become a welcoming city. You can check it out at welcomingcities.org. One of the things that you have to declare is that your police department is not enforcing for ICE, and that is something that our police department has regularly said.
Oh, you could start speaking out. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they steadily persist. Kept on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes it's shadows. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall. Honestly, I wanna see you be there. What you wanna say and let the words fall. Honestly, I wanna see you be there.
So I, born and raised in Lancaster, went away for a little bit and came back, and it was just a town full of art and good community, and so I really fell in love with that and planted some deep roots here. I go to school in the city at Lancaster Theological Seminary, and I frequently play music all around town, but my favorite spot is Tellus360 because of their message and how they live that out, that everyone that enters the doors are equal in this space. And so I'm a musician, I'm a aspiring theologian, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. Yeah, that's me. The message today is one of showing inclusive love for people that are, for whatever reason, othered or marginalized or told that they are not welcome. And we are especially focusing on the refugees that are, having a hard time feeling hospitality here now because of current policies and current sentiments, especially in Washington. The fact that now all of a sudden the tune is changing to exclude and to oppress and to enforce practices that are for the detriment of human beings is just a really, it's unacceptable, and we won't tolerate it here.
My name's AJ Marwaha. I'm a physician in Lancaster, and I'm here because I'm an immigrant. I came as a child. America rolled out a red carpet and invited me, and I went through my schooling in middle school, high school, college, medical school in the United States, and I've never had any legal problems. I've only paid all of my taxes and contributed to the society. The Lancaster Chamber of Commerce states that in 2014, immigrants accounted for $1.4 billion of economic activity in Lancaster County. So immigrants are doing a lot for the country, and that is not the way that the current climate is being portrayed. So I'm here to encourage the country to open its eyes to the immigrants that the country really wants to believe in. It's our core value. We believe in the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for all peoples, and for all people to be able to have the American dream. And that's exactly why I'm out here today. Thank you.
In fact, there have been studies that have been done that show that cities and communities that have a higher percentage of refugees are actually safer because these are communities that are just on the ground, ready to work, ready to become self-sufficient, and they're just making a life for themselves. Yeah, we're just really grateful for all the support that's been here tonight, and we look forward to next year.
So we're here with Church World Service. We're getting information today about our legal services program, and we're also selling Invisible American books. That it's a coffee table book with local stories of Lancaster immigrants in our community.
focus on Immigration Matters, and I coordinate that program. And we're here today to let everyone know about those services. If they know any immigrants who need help, we're here for them. They should stop by our office.
Yes, so we're Church World Service, and when Corty and Tellus started talking about this idea with us, we were just really excited to kind of be a co-organizer and pull this together. And so we're here to march for humanity and stand in solidarity with our neighbors.
Over half of the world's refugees are children, as you've seen in the slides back here, and we heard that earlier today. DACA recipients, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. All of the recipients and the applicants are between the ages of 15 and 31. Children as young as 3 years old have been separated from their families at our southern border. For all of these populations of young people, we chose today to hold our march in concert. But we commit to reestablishing basic human rights to all children who have been deprived of them. These children and young adults are the future of our world.
What's most important for me to share with you all is two things. The first thing is the importance of awareness. When we were there was when all of the stuff around family separation was in the news. And we were thinking as participants, this is great, it's getting attention. And what the individuals who have lived there, who are doing work there, said to us was, we find it interesting that the American people now care deeply about separating families during detention, but no one is still talking about the 10,000 migrants who have died in the desert, which is a permanent separation from your family. As terrible as it is to be separated during the court case, there may be a reunification. But when our government intentionally designs border fences to push people into the desert so that they will die and we don't have to be held accountable to that, we are creating processes of permanent separation.
Boogeyman, boogeyman, money ain't nothing but boogeyman. Tricks your eyes and ties your hands, but the boogeyman, baby, is in your head. Guys with lots of buggy, chicks in vintage cars, sipping on power in an ivory tower in a bar up near the stars.
So this is the fourth refugee show we've done. We started it in 16 in January, and this is the first time we added another one in the summer, as I'm sure you've heard from a bunch of other people, because of the policy changes that they've diminished the refugee resettlement program. So by doing this, it literally helps raise funds to keep Church World Services afloat and going and helping people. So it's the only reason we do it. Yeah, this was just an idea I had a little while ago to start it, just to remind people in the community that this community is with them, stands up for them. Yeah, it's just, I mean, this whole place happened because of, religious refugees, that were facing persecution, came here. The Quakers, the whole idea was to, have a community to support everyone, that they could be who they want to be, basically. And just like everything in America, we've been living up to trying to fulfill the promise of that, all created equal. And you come into Tellus360, there's a big sign there that says all who enter these doors are equal. And that's kind of the vibe of most of the city.
Seems to know where you're going, just can't seem to get around it. Oh, yeah, it don't make no difference to me, but you believe what you want to believe. You don't have to live like a refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee. I said you don't have to live like a refugee. Don't have to live like a refugee.
There is, if we keep going on the path we're going, where are we headed?
The highway to hell.
All right.
looking on the one-way ride. That's back to Miss Betty. You know she's the only one who sent me here with her regards for everyone. And I want you to take a load off land, take a load of grief, take a load off land, and she put the load right on me.
Hello, friends. Welcome. She had a very traumatic childhood, but she survived, she endured, and she made it to college. Oh, I'm sorry, she made it to university. Her degree is in law. She's highly educated. She founded a choir. She founded a nonprofit that worked on education and for health rights for her neighbors and citizens of Congo. They arrested some, they beat some, but she was not at her house when they came for her. Her family was terrorized, they took her brother, and a lot of other things happened. And through the kindness of others and help in many ways, like people like us, she was able to escape the Congo. One of the things, though, that she did while she was there was she was asked by our government at the U.S. Embassy in Brazzaville to learn our national anthem in English and sing it for all of our government events at the embassy in Brazzaville. This is the bravest woman that I know. She is a true warrior. Please welcome Momo Baz.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in night, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
This is a special, special man here. As you can see, he's very talented. He also was born in Brazzaville in the Republic of Congo. His parents were Christian ministers for the Salvation Army, and they were both murdered by his government. And all of his songs that he writes, from what I'm told, because I have not learned all 5 languages that he knows, are optimistic, and he is optimistic. They both need our help. They're in crisis. But please enjoy these next couple songs, because it is a real treat that they're both here to perform for us. Please welcome Emmanuel Singani.
Nakupenda malaika, malaika, nakupenda malaika, ningakuoa maliwe, ningakuoa dada, nasilwa na mali sinawe. Nakupenda malaika, sindwana mali sina we. Nakupenda malaika, malaika, wow 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 wow. Nakupenda malaika, malaika, wow. Nakupenda malaika, ningakuoa maliwe, ningakuoa dada, nasinwa na mali sina we. Nakupenda malaika, nasinwa na mali sina we. Nakupenda malaika. Na buburo roro yangu, pesa 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 mama, na buburo roro yangu, ningakuoa maliwe, ningakuoa dada, nasinwa na mali sina we. Nakupenda malaika, nasinwa mali sina we. Nakupenda malaika, wow. Yes, I love you, my angel. Yes, I do. Yes, I love you, my angel. Yes, I love you, I love you, I love you, my angel. My angel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Such a pleasure to be here. I'm inviting some musicians that I just found here on the stage to come back and play with me this last song. I have some CDs. If you want to buy some, you can see me after the song.
Pimpana mwini basalange kungwila Timbucha kanda bakwetingi babonge basadila mapumbana moyi Timbucha kanda bakwetingi babonge basadila Timbu, timbu, timbu Timbu chakanda bakwetingi babonge Sadila Tatana mama Makuhamisa Ya ya Konda kwa sabe Twazubula mesa yo Timbu chakanda bagwetingi babonge Timbu, timbu, yeah. Timbu chakanda bagwetingi babonge basadila. Timbu chakanda bagwetingi babonge. Thank you.